Gathered Throng. At long last, we have reemerged from the mists, which is appropriate because we're doing some Barovia shit.
There's a lot of mists on screen too.
Yeah, indeed, it's mists a go-go. I'm Jerry. This is Dave. We're back at it again. Sponsored stream, Codename Entertainment, Idle Champs. We're gonna wind and build a watch in real time with your suggestions.
Hopefully it's right.
That's right.
It might be right once a day.
Indeed, and then liquefy Eldritch Beasts. That's our entire purpose. And I know that you are supporting us in that.
How would you pronounce our chess code today?
Love Meso Maik.
I mean, it is split kind of syllable, so it's not as exciting
Love Meso Maik.
as Jur Yand Dabe, which I really liked.
No, I think I actually get this one. I think it's Love Me Some Icy, which is not untrue. We have certainly put the game through its paces over the course of our sponsored streams.
We certainly have. And so a few things that I'd like to talk about is first and foremost, I think we're going to hop into an adventure that has not quite been unlocked yet. So we're just going to start off with jamming on some Tower on the Lake.
Yep.
And then when those get enabled, we will switch over to those.
I can't wait.
And the thing is I have not built a, what's it called? Formation like this for quite some time. So I'm interested to see what chat layers in for us.
All of our recent formations have had really sophisticated rules.
Yeah,
especially around the back, especially around the back field, right?
Yeah. They all do.
The idea that they can all be connected, like there's somebody who can be positioned in the middle to pass their buff around.
Yes. But also,
frankly, very exciting.
Also worth noting, that's fine too. We are looking at single columns in the front and back, and there are a few champs that kind of play off of being the only person in the column,
right?
Or being in the very back of formation of the front. So.
Well, yeah, and we've been able to double tank for a couple shows now.
Oh yeah,
which has been a treat.
Yes, it's been wonderful. So I'm gonna just throw a team in there, and then we'll probably swap around once we get some feelings about things, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got the full squad. Let me just move some friends around just to get a general formation. So we put our tank out in the front. Let's go, Calliope.
Well, yeah, and obviously it's our girl,
Dinar here.
Evelyn.
Maybe we go Evelyn or V in the back so she can do her single column thing. If we do that, Paulton's no good right there. Oops, that's Bert. All right. So we'll do Paulton where Isla is. Oh yeah, that's fine too, I guess. Oh, that actually works out. All right, we're just gonna do this for now.
Yeah.
I've realized that we have Minsk up there, who I forgot who was in this squad. I'm just gonna immediately swap him out for Jim.
James.
Just because he's our friend. He's fine.
With his custom skin.
All right, now let's see if that affects. Nope, not the way to go. All right.
We like green numbers here on this show.
we like the green ones the best. So one of the cool things is if you save a formation,
it saves the munchkins.
It saves your friends up front that will tap on things for you. Their positions, they'll just snap to them, which is great for if you're like me and you always start a new adventure and then you're just like, all right, you to here, you to here, you to here, you to here.
It's just automatic, right?
It'll help things go a bit smoother, which is awesome.
Forl, you may be sure that we have Sentry. In fact, we've leveraged
yes.
Sentry the last couple.
Let's throw in Sentry, actually. So Sentry is in Paulton's slot, yeah? Okay. So then we will actually probably have to replace Evelyn because Sentry operates the best in the very front of the squad. So in Evelyn's slot, we can throw in, well, Shandy's gonna help us get there.
Speed.
So let's just do that for now. Mm-hmm. That feels all right.
That was very successful.
Yeah, it seemed fine. Okay, really quick. So Shieldmaster and Battlemaster are things that I don't quite understand. So chat, I would love if you could help me here. So this is the increasing damage from those in the same column as him when his friends are under attack. So that's just saying he's buffing.
Yeah.
And it stacks longer. And Battlemaster is always buffing damage in the same column. So this is effectively Shieldmaster will get you through the walls. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Battlemaster is best until the wall, and then Shieldmaster to get through the wall. Battle Master, if you can be 2 spaces of your tanks. Ooh, that's a good point, because yeah, okay. So if we keep Brunner middle, which makes sense because it's the largest column.
Yeah, it's the tallest one we have.
It's pretty much okay to have Shield Master.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do that today.
It seems like especially if our DPS is in the same column.
Yeah. Centipult, which might not be right, but you know.
High five.
It's named that, so
Bracken
I have to.
Garten. Put your hand so near the screen.
All right, let me drop the rest of the familiars on here. And then I believe there's one more UI update. Ooh, I forgot that we could do our very separate situations over here.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see, there we go. There we go. All right, so I can't show you here, but if you are playing on PC, mouse, and keyboard at home or on mobile, ooh, what did we decide we wanted to do here? Echoes helps us get there faster, and I think right now we're just kind of, this is a limit of 200, so let's just blaze through it.
Let's just eat it up. There's swap Calliope and Spurt.
So that, yeah, we can get that Kobold bonus. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. All right, cool. Number went green and went up.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
By a substantial amount.
Yeah. Gara, that makes sense too. I know why you'd pick Shield Master. I just don't like to pick the wrong thing while chat watches because I've done it before and it feels terrible.
It feels bad.
And I do have a potion that lets me reset that. But
even then,
they're like an epic
it's single
potion,
use.
And I don't know. I'm the type of person who holds the elixirs until the very last minute, you know, that you can use them.
We've discussed it. We've discussed this syndrome.
Yes. Ryan's the same way, right? Okay.
High potion in reserve.
But if you are playing on PC, you can see that the character sheets now kind of have a toggleable view, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
The second one shows you how far away from upgrades and progress towards level cap, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool info that was kind of hidden before, so I appreciate that, but I can't show you right now because we're playing on a controller and I don't know if it's ready quite yet for that. And if I'm wrong, please yell at me. Hell yeah for toggle views.
No, it is handy, for sure.
Why don't I feel like I've ever seen that Sentry animation, and I've been playing with Sentry for quite some time?
Which one?
The one where she just went and blasted forward. Is that the ulti? It is. It has to be the ulti.
But also, we've also been sipping, lean the last few.
Yeah, you could say that.
And so, if that did happen, it would be so fast.
In D&D, or is it just a potion?
Potion of haste, or whatever the opposite of a potion of haste is, I think.
That's the ultimate. All right.
Yeah, Icelandia. This is the UI for gamepads. We're actually playing on PC, but you can choose the gamepad UI.
Yes. Just plug a controller in and select the checkbox in the options, and you got that.
Now, Gartham, we're going to chew this place up for sure.
If I were to have this running on like a monitor, like passively, always, like you had a 3-monitor setup, I would probably leave it in the game, the controller UI, just because I think it's a lot more visually interesting to look at.
Well, there's art you don't see otherwise.
Exactly.
Well, the whoosh is the Fire Lance ult.
Yes. I've read that before, but I don't think I've watched it, or we've always used the speed potion to where it goes by so quick, and I'm like, all right. Well, I guess that happened. Wish I could play keyboard and mouse with the controller UI, but that won't let you. Yeah.
Just move the pointer around.
Imagine they would.
Destiny style?
It would be like a lot of rollover effects, and you would just go probably a little bit difficult to make work. Because you're mainly moving focus points.
Fuck these birds.
Oh yeah, so I guess we can take a look at what our time gates are right now. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just interested to see what we can do.
Take a peek.
Oh, I thought they were available and I missed it. That's fine.
No.
Never mind. I lied to you.
But do you have the resource that you need to open time gates? Like
I
probably in robust supply, right?
I have a few. I don't open them that often because I've been playing as the events have been rolling out, so rarely there's.
So you're getting.
At this point, I got it all, and at this point, I'm just trying to find the time gate for someone I don't have geared very well, because then I can still earn chests for them during that time, during that period.
Okay, cool.
I have over 70.
Over 70
What was
of
I
these
talking
keys.
about? Oh,
Like
yeah.
the time gate.
I've done like 2 or 3 time gates. We'll say that.
You'd make a time gate
Yeah.
out of time gate keys.
So I guess the 2 new variants that were added sound really cool, and I would like to show them. Unfortunately, I don't think my account is that far because they keep adding a bunch of new content to the older quest lines.
Yeah, I know.
Maxing out, running through, and I'm just like every week I feel like I'm doing a new event to where I'm focusing on something else, and so I haven't gone back and unlocked the next tiers and whatnot. So unfortunately, I can't show you those, but they do sound pretty cool because the Sunless Citadel is a variant that forces you to use only the core 12 plus Drizzt, Azaka, and Hitch. And then the second variant is Meepo's Quest, and that means you can only use event champions. And I think that's kind of cool because
That
it's
is
like,
fun.
who would I use if I could only use event champions?
Right.
So, I don't know. That's interesting just because there's always a few core members I find in the party. So it'd be interesting to like eliminate them entirely.
So, Cornelia Sentry says, hey, Jerry, just quick, before I run off to the see Knives Out, just binged Waffles Inc. Well done. I watched so much of you recently that now you're DMing in my dreams. That is very
you don't even
interesting.
DM your own dreams.
No.
It's fucked up.
No. I mean, any other facts about that you'd like to share, of course. Now, Brecken Gartham, so I heard this is the final Idle Champions presented on PA. That is true.
That is true for now.
For now.
I like those people. They like me.
No,
they
no,
like you.
No,
You
buddies.
like them.
Buddies, for sure.
We don't
And
hang out.
No, and we see them, we see them at every show, basically.
Yep.
We have feature suggestions that we discuss with them very frankly.
Yes, we talk
they are,
often.
and they don't. They're very kind and gentle.
Yes, they've never said directly, "No, you're dumb. You're
Yeah.
a dumb idiot. Please stop talking to us. Why do you have my number?"
That's a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Don't say that
Yeah.
anymore.
You're not a game designer. What are you even doing?
Exactly.
But I went to school for computer science. I got a... So, bullywugs look to me like some fairy tale nonsense, but are they a creature? A known creature? I guess it doesn't matter because I just decimated their god.
No, yeah.
Their gator.
Their moist
their,
lord.
Yeah, their gator lord is out of this world.
Bullywugs. So there's lots of that fairy tale shit.
Yeah.
That's like a really fundamental. All the basic monsters. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think about that. See you, Cornelius. And thank you, Master Tavo, for the sub.
Indeed. 10 months.
10 months.
Almost a full year.
Yep.
Yeah.
No proper vowels here, not on this show.
That's not what this show is about.
Voluminous. We'll
You know
workshop
what?
it later. There's a joke there.
we got close.
And we can acknowledge it.
I'm confident. No, we can see the joke from here, I think. Oh yeah, size 7. Bullywugs are classic. Here, let me get you some classic bullywug.
I got sent to the word for it for that one. I think I earned it. Bullywug. I mean, I liked that.
Why wouldn't you want to say this word over and over?
Hang out with those frogs. They look pretty cool. Hell yeah. It's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a premium frogsman. Dude, look at this.
They get
Dude,
very leggy.
Look at the Mudlord. He's got like this barracuda head.
Hell yeah.
He's like a pope, but like of fish.
Yep. The swamp pope.
Yeah. He's got some heads and some hearts. He's fucked up. He's got some ears on there.
I bet much like Ghost is like metal, he'd be in like a bluegrass sounding band for sure.
Oh yeah, one of them.
I love the championship belt on that.
Yeah,
boat
exactly.
Specifically.
No, one of them.
I wish we could show you. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we can't just pull up these images.
One of these.
Just know we're talking about toads and nuts about them.
Yeah, but one of them would clearly be able to utilize the expanding lower part of the mouth as an instrument. It's got a rich bass rumble. It's part of the mix.
I love that rich bass. Rich bass.
Mm-hmm.
The Sneaky Snake 2 says if you could buy your first champion outside of the starting 12, which would it be and why? You would buy Evelyn.
Oh, have to, yeah.
Because you have to. But then again, I mean, Evelyn's a good choice because I do like her. But now that we have,
Sentry. I would say that Sentry.
I really love Sentry from an aesthetic standpoint, and I like what she does to the game.
Sentry
so I
has
like playing
yeah.
the game more with Sentry in the formation.
She has definitely had an impact.
Yeah.
Because it was basically, it was Evelyn.
Yeah.
It was the Evelyn show.
It was Evelyn show for a while.
Before.
I also love that nut.
Yeah, the premium nut. Oh, in bear mode.
Don't have the nut.
Or nut
currently
in the woof.
Yeah, the woof nut. We have Jim, who's pretty decent DPS. And
Jim
I do
works.
like the alt contest, alt costume pretty good. Yeah, I think we're looking at an in-slot situation.
Yeah, all their newest art, I think, is sharp.
So yeah, I think I might pick up Sentry or Evelyn as my first. It'd be pretty fun. Excuse me. I definitely gonna enter that chess code here at the 4-hour mark.
Yeah.
And then slam some open. And Codename actually was kind enough to send me some Sentry chests, so I'm gonna open those up on stream too.
Oh, and that's Bracken Gartham. That's definitely true. Strix is a DPS monster.
Casimir? Isn't that a known character from a different book outside of D&D?
I wonder.
No, I think that's the name of the.
It's pretty classic.
No, it's the name of the Cosmere. Never mind.
Yeah. Or Casimir Plansky Day
Sure. Yep.
from Illinois.
Don't.
Classic. Don't sleep on Sufjan.
No, that's the one track that I have to skip.
Is it too hardcore? See, for me, it's
Intro. First sentence. Are you kidding me?
it's murder. I have to skip John Wayne Gacy for
Oh,
sure.
I love John Wayne Gacy, but yeah, it's rough.
At our house,
Vocal melody of the hoo.
at our house, we have to skip
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, I get it. We all, in the design office, each of us owns one Sufjan track that can be immediately vetoed. Because we all love Sufjan, but it's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And Casimir is mine, and I think John Wayne Gacy is Gav's.
What do you think? Oh, it's too hardcore. What do you think of the track? That was the worst Christmas ever.
I don't know it enough. But there's so many Sufjan Christmas tracks that I don't have a good recollection of a lot of them.
Oh man, I should make a mixtape for you of the songs for Christmas.
You haven't done that for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
I should make a mixtape
Can
for
you
you
pick
that's
the
just
best songs for
exactly
Christmas? Because
But-
I find myself not listening to more than that first.
There's like 6 albums. So,
think
but I can build for you.
There's the Space Christmas album.
Yeah.
It has like 5.
Well, but Songs for Christmas, that by itself is multiple albums. But I'm saying that I could make you a 10-track monster record.
Yeah.
That is all the do not miss tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. If you got Rosie as your main DPS, then you definitely want that full C team formation.
Yeah.
Want to buy this UI for PC? You can if you plug a controller in and hit the checkbox.
Easy piece.
Oh, they already said that. Yeah, you do. It does disable mouse input. You do have a cursor that you get to fly around on there, but it doesn't do anything.
It's true.
It does close your notifications for if we're streaming right now, which is the only thing you'd use it for.
Pretty smooth. Now, Wolf from PDX, you have a theory about how albums are made. Track 7 is usually a great song because on vinyl, it's usually the first track on the B-side. Thoughts? Albums that were on wax, as they say.
I'm gonna look at some tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
See how I feel about that.
They were always. It seems pretty clear to me that they were always conceived of as 2 mini albums.
Really? See, I never, that's before me. I mean, I remember
But
Side A,
even
Side B
a cassette.
tapes, right? Yeah, no,
Same.
definitely used to that. I just didn't think about music that hard during that time. So I wasn't like, oh, this is supposed to be like a second, mini album.
So did you ever? But that's sort of how it feels, and I think that's why there's a lot of good solid weight
Yeah.
at 6-7 range.
Yeah, I definitely
depending on the range of the.
I got
album.
into vinyl eventually.
Sometime it's going to happen.
Years ago, probably like a decade ago, and was listening to a lot of vinyl and noting that first track on the second side.
I
And
feel like
I'd always be interested.
They got to
'cause
reward you for the flip because now
Yeah.
they're asking labor, right?
No, definitely. But I definitely listen to albums in MP3 format just all the way through consistently. I'm an album listener.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily hone in on single tracks unless I'm not into the whole album. So it was always weird for me to know an album fully and then be like, oh, where do they split it? Where is this going to end? So that's a good point.
Because it's an aesthetic consideration.
Yeah.
I think it's very smart. Did you ever? So you're saying that tapes? You knew about tapes?
Yeah.
Then you move right into the CD.
Got them tapes. Yep. Got them G's.
Have you ever seen an 8-track?
No. Truthfully, no. And if I have, I didn't recognize what it was.
Oh,
when I was younger.
It's just Strahd.
He's a big man?
It's just he's the one
The
of the
Devil
he's
Strahd.
the biggest. Well, he is the Lord
he's not large
Of
enough to
Barovia.
even. He didn't die. He just kind of sat there. Oh, Rena's yelling at him. Oh no. Tatiana is an alternate name of this character?
So what does this look like to you?
That looks like an Atari cartridge to me.
Yeah.
If I were to glance at it.
It's 8-track cassettes
Yeah.
are music cartridges.
Okay.
You put them in from the back, you push the whole thing into the device
Good chunk.
where that magnetic tape is
Yeah,
red
yeah.
in the back. But you have song selection.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how does the interface look to select a song? Like a true
Well,
analog
ours
interface? Yeah.
ours had a sequence of buttons on the front that you could push. It was wild.
Interesting. So it would immediately. So if you were hitting play and you hit 3,
You could skip
would
around,
it
yeah.
start in that third track, or would it start in the middle of a track in that third track?
No, you could. I remember. I mean, this is. I mean, it's almost before my time.
Yeah. So wait.
I was 3 or 4 when we had it.
Things I like to consider is digital UI and what they're representing. So in Photoshop, everything's really just like something you'd use in a darkroom or
Yeah.
anything else. So it's
Right.
like, why is this called the canvas? Even the canvas doesn't need to exist because it's infinite, right? And canvas usually means limitation.
Yeah, yeah.
The play track again and the play whole album again. What's the origin of those? Do you know those buttons that are used commonly in all digital players? Was that in there at the CD, or is that there in there at the 8-track?
I think it's from farther back.
You think it's from further back? See,
Yeah.
I don't know. Chat might know.
Jeez, yeah. They can hold up to 45 minutes of sound. Oh,
Spidey Mark, I'm sorry. I'll try to breeze through the text so we don't get any spoilers on this one.
the Ford Motor Company included 8-track players as a cutting-edge automotive accessory for the Ford Mustang.
Imagine the flex of someone getting in a car and you just like jam 8-track. We're ready.
Well, it definitely felt momentous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if putting a cartridge in feels way cooler than putting a disc in.
Oh yeah, the solid.
The solid, like, it's satisfying.
I have a total of 2 cartridges for the Switch. Still feels good. It's got that spring.
All right, so since she's in the back, breaking out solo actually is pretty good. Number went green and up. I honestly don't know if V's a better pick here than like Walnut, truthfully, but I think we have enough tanks. We have enough tanks right now to be fine there. Yeah, I think we're just gonna blaze through this one.
Just fuck these dogs.
Yeah, drink it down. You could say that.
You got a big heap of those.
Yeah, I do.
I know that cat's going nuts. That cat's
Tasted the cartridge.
That cat's gonna get an RSI. Look at that.
That's better than a DVT.
You gotta get that wrist strap on there.
But that's how you keep the DVTs out. Just jam.
Yeah, Ghostly.
foot pedal.
I did in fact lick a Switch cartridge.
Yeah, I've tasted them.
Even though you're not supposed to. It is a whole thing.
What do you mean it's a whole thing?
I mean, the intensity of that bitter taste. I don't know how many IBUs it is.
Yeah, it's high on there. So Xander shows up out anyway. Oh
Boom.
shit, explosions. Oh no, spoilers.
Well, and Moo, it's also our precious nut.
That nut?
That can't be minimized.
Oh no,
It's sweet nut.
that's sweet nut. Let's throw that nut in. So she's not gonna get a bonus from being like alone, but let's just take a look at how our static DPS is affected. Plus we got that good skin. Extended. How many C2 members do we have? Just no one. Okay. So we were at 60, right? And now we're at 63? Not confirmed better.
Premium nut.
No, yep, no. No, yep.
Oh, no, better in the middle.
I guess so. I wonder if, I don't remember her buff. Her, I think it's just adjacent behind within a certain amount. I don't remember. So Swap Jim and Nut. Not that
Nope.
way. Maybe where Jim previously was.
Exactly right, Salvage Bar.
Nope. All right.
Walnut Dawn Grass, scion of the Enclave. That's the funniest thing is that she made the character with an
slots.
obvious weed joke built into the last name, and she's like one of the most serious. Her story is the most serious and epic. It's crazy.
Yeah, of all of them. Do we put a pile of Switch cartridges into a blender? Will it blend? I guarantee it will.
Yes.
For sure.
With
Especially if
ease.
you have a blend tech. Contemporary, because we only have Dinar to play off of. And I believe when you pick that, they cascade how it works. So since they're both in the same slot right now, it wouldn't necessarily be any better.
Right.
Tree Nut Weed Joke. It's weird that every character Amy RPs is just a weed joke every time.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true at all, but I want it to be true.
I mean, she has a character. She's messing around. She's done a lot of art when she was streaming a lot, and she's put a bunch of stuff up on her feed as well.
Yeah.
There's nary a weed joke to be found in this name.
Do Jerry and Dave have negative latency?
Negative
Respond in
latency?
chat before it even appears for me.
God, listen, that would be great.
Alpha Kroll, I have so many updates about this computer. I just didn't want to hop into that zone.
Oh,
of
do
the chat
you see,
yet.
Alpha's looking for that update. So, I mean, I need to know. What do you got?
I took extended, so I don't know if moving walnut will help, but we can always give it a try, and there's nothing wrong with it. It went green. It didn't change, but it went green, so I'm gonna take it. Because still within 2 slots. Do you know when Avernus will have more adventures? It seems like the back work is there with no fun. I don't recall.
Well, my guess is that Avernus is going to have. That's going to be an ongoing place of content.
Yeah.
Because that was the last real big. I mean, the real big adventure book, like campaign.
Yeah.
They'll be playing that for a while, I think. They just sent AI there.
Yeah.
It's been a hoot.
That was with.
It's been a hoot
the
already.
Elephant Man, yeah.
But with the
No, that wasn't. That was.
that was before.
Yeah.
That was in Ravnica.
Yeah, Ravnica. It was like-
The new stuff is with the real Jim Dark magic.
but Eberron does say hello.
It does. It does indeed, but I think that, I mean, for my mind, there's books that are settings and have a campaign focus and sort of move time forward. And then I haven't looked at the Eberron book, but my understanding is that it's more of a source book. Is that wrong? I haven't seen it.
They made an Arkan skin with a Lich Hand. That's cool. I'm sure that's
As they should.
content that I'm not familiar with, but still, that's
That's
all
what.
right.
Yeah, that's one of the known. That's one of the known.
Permanent modifications to his character. Is it like in a book now, effectively?
Manganiello.
Can't wait for Kroll. Those forest friends just.
Yeah, dude, so fast. It's a lot of buns.
Talk about bones. We don't need to go there anymore. You understand the joke. I want to say that this game is quite great. I agree, and there's a reason that I've been playing nonstop.
No, it's
Not
true.
because I'm on a sponsored stream. It's because I really like this game.
No, Sarcastic, it's true.
And I have to explain my way anytime anyone comes to my house. And
No,
what's going on there?
He's been playing it for years. I don't think the client's the first thing you install on a new machine, right?
It is how I open Steam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's more than that.
Definitely, I haven't formatted for a while. I will be formatting shortly, and so I'm sure it will be one of the first that gets clicked on to download, because then I can run it while I install the rest of the games, right?
And it runs fine.
You go OS, video drivers, Isle Champs, miscellaneous.
Yeah, games.
Yeah, Discord?
Yeah.
See ya, Angus.
Peace out, Angus. Did you ever get into Yomi?
Never. I know that you're really into it.
I'm very, very serious about Yomi. It's 50% off right
like
now.
playing for keeps.
Yeah, it's 50% off if you want to grab it for Steam.
Is it worth playing
or
on
iOS.
Steam because of? I'm sure it teaches you a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's like my go-to solitaire game. I just play it against the hard AI. My mission was to be able to beat every character.
I like that.
With any other character.
I like that.
And I'm there. I don't take games seriously like that, and
Yeah.
I took Yummy that seriously.
That's okay. I would say that yes, unfortunately, the Underlords patch happened today, and it brought in like 3 or 4 new characters, which is cool. But it also brought in a short mode that you only have 4 notches, and if you take 4 damage, you're out. So it's like probably a 15-minute version.
Whoa!
Which is what I was looking for at that game, because at this point, matches are like 45 to an hour.
Yeah, well,
And they get
I just
rough.
checked. I actually just checked
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
the patch notes to see if they had any updates.
Oh, yeah.
And
You're looking at the today's
Yeah, I was just gonna.
I read them 30 minutes before coming into this stream, so.
So there's a few new Dota champs in there.
Yes, there's 4 new ones, including 2 new ones that were released in Dota today, which is why they kind of did this.
Holy
thing together.
shit!
So
That's kind of a cool.
yeah, it is that they did it to, they like parody. So they added.
But no new Underlords.
No new Underlords yet, unfortunately. Just 4 new heroes, 1 new alliance, and then changing on some alliances and moving some numbers around. But I played last night duos.
Can you do short duos?
I don't know yet. They have ranked duos now, which is great because every 3 games you play with someone, you get to change your team name. So right now, Andrew and I are the Purple Parrots. And we will go through being every potential Legends of the Hidden Temple team until we run out. No, we're ranking up. No big deal. Good game. And in regards to the PC build, I've made a few decisions based on Black Friday sales.
Oh, because they started to manifest.
Yeah. You know, it used to be like a big secret thing, like wondering what was on that Best
And
Buy
now it's like
ad.
a week ahead of time.
It's like a month ahead of time to let you know. So Best Buy is doing i7 9700Ks for $300, which is a good price.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna drop that in. I'm gonna bounce off the Ryzen just because the price is so good.
But that just answers that question for you.
Exactly.
Like you've been tormented.
That was my big question, was like processor, because then I can do that.
Well, yeah, you were
then I locked down
scourging
a
yourself.
motherboard, got a little gigabyte situation that got delivered today.
Hell yeah.
Shroud.
Oh, so individual chunks of this thing are starting to come in?
Yep, case should show
Oof.
up the day after, or Black Friday, but we won't be in here.
I dug around trying to work some kind of angle. All my people that work hardware,
Yeah.
they've moved on.
Yeah, because you
It's a bummer.
you said because in NZXT you used to have
Well,
you
yeah.
used to work for NZXT. Is it?
No, that's my current one. Just in terms of like hardware, like Mobos or boards.
Yeah, totally.
A case I could probably swing, I bet. But
Well, I already ordered the
when
NZXT.
you get
case.
all of your stuff and put it together,
Yeah.
I will handle the headphone part. That part's easy. I can swing that.
No, I'm designing this around headphones.
Oh, all the.
The Astro A4.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
So, I will do a photo shoot.
Well, you should consider this headphone stand.
Oh,
At
I'll
least.
consider a headphone stand. That's the one that pauses when you put it back on or something?
No, it doesn't pause. If you have your headphones on,
Yeah.
and then you take your headphones off and put them on the stand, audio switches to this desktop speaker.
That would mean I had to have desktop speakers.
Well, if you don't have desktop speakers, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I will get desktop speakers because monitors as speakers is a very good look.
Oh, very classy. Ooh, did you?
Go for full custom cooling. I'll be grabbing just a H100i. Keep it all self-contained there. That's the Corsair. But I'll get the platinum version so it's white because I'm going for a white interior on this one. Was it you, Alpha, or another chat member that sent me that pre-build that exposed that I had?
That was Alpha, I think.
It was that I had the option to get the white Corsair memory, because now, after all that, the entire interior besides the video card is going to be all white. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm doing the 2070 Super Still. Thank you for that. I
No,
appreciate
it's much appreciated.
Gotta retweet that A button. Done.
Okay, look, these zombies don't have what it takes. Yeah, Zwerkin says that you can fix the video card color with spray paint. Thank
I
you,
actually
Philip.
would like to ask you and chat, what is the actual, like, can I paint those components if I wanted to make them white? Or, I mean, I realize that's probably gonna
Yeah, I guess you
bone some stuff, but
tape
like,
over all the vents at first, I guess, and then.
can I remove the heatsink and put the heatsink back on?
God,
Because that sounds also dangerous.
That
The
sounds-
last time I swapped a heatsink or at least cooling device on a video card, and this was before they had them all built in, it made a lot of heat artifacting happen, and it was a bad idea.
yeah.
You can always paint the back plate.
Oh, that's interesting.
Pens of UV ink and drawn over the cards.
Look at that. Oh, but Zwerkin says you just pull the
Take the
shroud off of the
yeah.
board.
I guess I'll have to get that one physically and then decide what can actually be removed and painted.
Yeah, there's things about the. I would just accept that not everything can be the color I like.
And that's okay. Yeah. If it's anything harder than doing the switch mod,
Right.
I'm not gonna do it. That's my ceiling, and I realized I hit it as I was doing it. It's like I wouldn't do this anything further than this. No soldering.
White cardstock.
You know, if I
Tasteful.
could make it seamless, it would be worth it.
fold into the shroud shape.
Now there's a thought ramen with some crab meat mixed in. Stir it up. Damn, I had that ramen in Bellevue. That was the cold noodle style.
I have pulled. You gave me the picture.
Yeah, you didn't. Talk
I
to me
have
afterwards.
looked at the picture.
I sent it to you sideways. I'm sorry for that.
It's fine.
Did you?
I didn't modify it.
Okay.
But I'm saying that I have looked at this picture of ramen more times than I'm proud of.
You should go there.
I've gazed
It's not
into it.
It's not Australia, but it's not bad. The broth is super duper salty.
I want the dipping ramen for sure.
Hoo-wee.
See, Bracken's going crazy on some ramen right now.
Hell yeah. Sarcasts, you go murder some friends and
As you
foes.
should. As you should. Godspeed.
I'm eating ramen literally right now. I wish I was eating ramen literally right now. No, Arashi, definitely the best in town, in my opinion, for normal. But that spot in Bellevue, if you want to do that dipped situation.
Well, no, and it's also the other thing about Arashi that's kind of killer is that if you have larvae,
Children?
there's like a kid version.
Is there?
Yeah.
Free soup?
Oh, yeah.
Or is there just like a kid
No, there's
soup?
a kid menu that has like 3 choices for the top, drink choice, snack choice,
yeah.
and then it comes out on a special tray. And then they also give them paper and diagrams for origami.
That's actually a really good setup.
It's dope as hell.
That place is small, and I bet it's rough fitting a full family in there, but props to them.
I go there, that's basically where I go with Ronya. That's like
Yeah.
father-daughter adventure. It's mathnasium,
The mathnasium.
then ramen.
Yeah, just real math heads over here. Trying to find a good belt sushi place in Seattle, which I think would be easy, but I'm having problems.
Yeah, I mean, Blue
suggestions?
Sea,
Blue Sea's the standard, but I don't think that's necessarily monumental. Also, did they run out of business?
Oh, even the one downtown and the one. So no Fremont and no downtown for Blue Sea.
And then there's like Sushi Land, but that's
Oh yeah, Bellevue.
yeah. I haven't been to a good one in Seattle. I have a divey one in Portland that I love, but that's about it.
Dark Link. Yeah, these larvae, the larvae that I have at home, at any rate, are a little damp. Yeah,
Half the time.
for sure.
Can we talk
Yeah, of course.
about
Some real shit.
your son?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Because you've been delivering a lot of content via the Twitterverse.
Dude, he is becoming, he is morphing into something.
The fact that he called you a bootlicker for buying
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. It just sums up a lot for me, but it made the future brighter, honestly.
Well,
Like that was all it
the
took.
same. The same for me too.
It's like these damn Zoomers. I don't get their maymays, but I get it now.
Oh no, I mean they're. You know, we all ran out of energy, or we got co-opted.
Yeah.
But they don't give a fuck. And they're gonna pull the entire thing down. It'll be interesting.
It'll be good.
I hope they pull down the old folks home last.
Is he like you were, Jerry, or were you that potent at how old is he? 13?
I was a problem, and I only got worse.
Oh no. So
Ask Mike Krahulik sometime if you want to know about how I was. In fact, we did a couple strips.
what age were you when you met?
Mike?
Yeah, was it like 15, 16, or was it like 17,
Let me think.
18?
No, because it would have been the last year of
High school?
high school.
So like 17,
17.
unless you were sped up there.
Yeah. No. The truth is that I mean that's sort of
turned
still
14.
that's still our dynamic.
Yeah.
Like our dynamic is that I go too hard. That's just how it works.
Do you think it's because you fed your son so many like underhand jokes that he didn't get? You thought they were over his head, but he was picking up every one.
Yeah.
He just has like
The whole time I thought that he was being whooshed.
yeah, exactly. Damn, I'm proud of you for getting that one. You didn't do the /r/.
No, I mean that's the best
R/slash
part.
booshed.
It's just the best part about having him around is that all I want to do is collect words, and he's just bringing me all kinds of crazy words.
Yeah,
like,
he gives
he
you
just
some
wants to
food.
show me. There's a comedy heaven.
Okay, is that a site?
It's a subreddit.
Oh, it's the other one of Comedy Graveyard.
Yeah,
I get it. I know these things.
like they're so bad
yeah.
that somehow they become
Yeah,
good.
that's the whole like parallel to deep fried memes and shit. Ah, man. The internet's dark.
It is, but it's
I don't
just,
wanna go into
but
it.
it's nice to have. It's just nice to have access to a larva. You know, it's like sometimes the cat comes back and has like a mouse.
The very next day, yeah.
Yeah, just couldn't stay away.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very similar. It's just I have this sort of satellite consciousness that can bring me crisp maymays.
It must be nice that you have an aggregator built in to your family.
Oh yeah. It wasn't free,
No, I bet.
and this
You
is
know, I bet it might be the most costly aggregator.
this is definitely a service.
Is it subscription? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that monthly's not going great. Do you want to hit that?
Tolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that Tolan.
Talking of role playing, is Seattle by Night just going to be a one shot? Well, I think that's entirely up to our partners in the world of darkness.
Yes. Do you mean one shot, one episode, or one shot like?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely.
No, because it's Tolan. If you enjoyed it, you should know that there's like 2 solid months of that.
Yeah, a lot of content, a lot of vamp.
Every episode is 2 hours, and we have 8 such episodes. So it is if you enjoyed it, you are about to be up to your eyes in it.
Hell yeah.
But it's really, really cool. The story is good. Basically the conversation that we had at the end was that we should do way more of that.
Jared, that's not 2 months, that's 16 hours.
That's not even a day.
How does pre-recorded games compare to streaming them live?
Let's see. For me, for live streaming, Funk Police, if we're in here, it's possible that the players, like Amy or Chris, or Kate or Ryan, it's possible that they are, well, definitely Ryan, they're conscious of the audience
Yeah.
when they're performing. And I'm not like that. Like, I'm just trying to tell this story the best way that I can. And so for me, that requires that I be way, way, way in my own head.
Yeah.
It's very personal and private.
Yeah.
That
weird.
That
It's
process.
not
And so
private.
for me, Funk, it's identical. The process is exactly the same. It doesn't feel different at all to me.
I've been listening to the Acink, the series videos again. I'd love more Acink like that without an audience.
Yeah, Tolan, we have heard that loud and clear as well. We have
that was fun.
Right, the very first series one.
The series was good.
I mean, even I go back and watch
special.
that from time to time. Yeah, holiday special was a blast too. But no, we could set up. We can set up here in the studio. We can put things like that together, easy peasy. It is no problem. But which podcast do you miss, Moo? Well, Mage, I would say that most of the time we were here with Jason, we spent a lot of time talking about how awesome Mage was.
I've heard you go into this. I think with was it just you or Kahulik as well?
Mage was actually the first role-playing game I ever got
it was
Mike to play.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I was running it back then, but I love Mage is what's one of the coolest role-playing games of all time. And so we were talking about sort of how Mage would play according to the new version of the rule set, like with the hunger die, and how would that work? Would it be like a paradox die or something like that? But it's a I would work with Jason on any project for any reason. I would run a game that Jason played in. Like any configuration of me and Jason is what I want.
Yeah, he seems like he kills it.
He's
like,
such a fucking beast, dude. So he's here, right?
Yeah.
He's got his DM screen.
Yeah.
And then we're talking, we're doing the game, and Tolan is exactly right. Like we felt like a family from the jump, basically.
That's good.
Right? And when we were putting it together, having a good time, Jason is very serious. He's like way in his head too. He's delivering something really, really cool. And then at the very end of the game, once the cameras are off, he's like, you guys, like super cranked up, like, can't wait for the next time we're gonna get together. So
that's cool.
It was really, really neat. Because it'd be hard to tell if he was feeling the vibe.
Yeah. Because
in real time.
You could cool guy it, just swallow it.
Exactly.
But like it's good to like get that energy out of like that was great.
But he couldn't hold it in basically.
Yeah. So you have to digest where the game's going as the DM, right?
Yeah.
And so but you can't react to it because you can't be excited if someone's like being led exactly the way you want to.
But you know what though?
Off base.
Or you can. It depends, right? So there's two ways to do it. One is a sort of impassive, like that sort of simulationist type dungeon master. I actively like laugh, react, like a lot of the gifs.
Yeah.
Like
the coffee robot.
The coffee robot, right? Like a lot of the gifs that come out of that are from me just being delighted by the stuff that the players at the table have done.
You're right.
So you can lean way into it on that side too.
Shout out to John because that service is also incredible. There's the repository of images of GIFs, C-Team images, whatever you want, but also he kills it and does really good motion on them.
No, I talked to him about it, and you'd be able to appreciate the work that goes into those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But I talked to him about it when I was in Oz, and he doesn't even think it's that cool.
I know, it annoys me.
Right? It's like clearly amazing, but he doesn't even think it's that cool.
No, I know, but that's how he is though. Kind of like how Jay Brooks, like, he's like super good.
Like low key.
But in like, he's good and he might second guess how good he is, but I'm like, damn man, he made this like in like 3 hours, and he's like, yeah, well, it's fine, I guess. I could do a little bit better on the hi-fi, and I was like,
right, for about
shut your goddamn
with
mouth.
about 40 pixels.
Yeah,
it's rude.
Yeah.
And you know exactly who it is. Mm-hmm. You know exactly what's happening.
Yes, we've spoken before, and I know exactly what you're doing right now.
He's a beast.
Yeah. There's a level of frustration when someone's that good at turning stuff around or can just like generate art that's consistently great. Like Chris. Everything Chris makes
is genius.
It's genius. And
it's frustrating.
And it's frustrating because it's like, man, you see art, you see art, whether it's working on D&D stuff or secret stuff that we can't talk about, and you're like, damn, how do you do all this? Plus you wrote all this awesome content that fits in universe, but is also super funny. So we're just like, this panel's, Chris, you do that. Chris, you do that.
One of my favorite pieces of content from him is the box he did for the first set of Acquisitions Incorporated pins. It's ridiculous.
Yes. It is.
It's a box that holds pins.
Yes.
And somehow he turned it into magic.
He did. It's fun to read, and that shit usually is just you slam it open and throw it in the garbage, right?
It's a wrapper.
Exactly. So casual about it and drives me insane. Yeah, same with Jay Brooks.
Yeah, but Moo.
Moo, you were in that crew too. You can't even talk.
Yeah, for sure. I
I saw those vamp drawings right away.
I retweet that art.
Yeah.
Cold Fellswarden, it is our great pleasure to offer up the Love Meso mic chest. Exquisite. But Moo, the text scrolled up, and I think I might have missed the answer. What podcast are you missing? You have to have the box. I mean, Kiko has it in his office, and I just pick it up and read it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I have mine displayed. I keep all those though because that was a very fun project.
It's too good.
That was the one where
The individual boxes are beautiful.
I invented
The
how the
case.
box could fold.
No, I remember, dude.
And
No,
the
dude,
little
don't
paper
even
craft. It was so
talk.
fun.
Look, I remember because you had like made it out of paper.
Yeah. It was fun. I still have like a little white paper version and then like a tiny printed version of the Armageddon before we changed the color scheme on it.
Yeah, with the fold.
It's like it was very good. That and the push fight box, how the interior worked was fun to do. That was just like not part of a thing I'd ever done in my life before then.
New.
And it's just like, well, this has to be done because no one else can do it.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the Ack Inc. The podcast that sort of
Just the
started all this
podcast,
weird
yeah.
shit. For sure, it had a neat vibe. But yeah,
If it came back, do you think it would?
which?
The Ack Inc. A-Team podcast.
Yeah.
If it came back in a just podcast form, kind of like record, not even with the video, do you think that would still perform? Because it's like, why wouldn't we do video?
I guarantee you it.
Just because there's more ways to do it, but damn,
Yeah.
it's hard. I'm
Yeah.
sure it would. People would be so excited.
But the reason that it might be worth doing in this specific way,
Yeah.
so you'd still have the podcast coming out. I think the main difference is that there's no audience. It isn't that it's video or not video, it's that the performers are here and there's a present audience that gets played to or
Yeah.
reacts to things.
Yeah.
So I think that you still get a great podcast as long as there's just no live audience.
Yeah.
It's just basically you roll right back to
Besides
that.
Alyssa can be there.
And be fine.
Watching.
She should be right there, making sure that we're not too dumb.
18 fans so starved between packs.
Well, there's a really big, just because of how the year shook out, there's a really big,
This is where I gloss over, like, I have so much to do right now.
yeah, no, but after East, just because of how early East is, this is the longest dip between East and West ever,
Yes.
I think.
Yes, but that's just because East is in February. Like,
Right.
like a Satanist cult planned it.
Right? Yeah, it's
For us to suffer
it's
through.
demonic.
Ugh.
We will endure.
Yeah.
But that stretch right there is really long. It's so long that it might be worth having Jeremy come over and do that live. You know, get a podcast
Yeah.
and a series in the can to fill in those two spaces, right?
Alyssa should make a character even if she doesn't find time to play. Why hasn't Alyssa played? I mean, she's too close, right?
I have had the conversation with her. She really, for her, that's just like a barrier she won't cross.
Okay.
I've had the same question.
that's okay.
And I've made the offer even,
Yeah.
because I know that she'd be excellent at it, right? But for her, there's just a wall between managing it and making sure that it goes well, as opposed to like being like in front of the camera. She
Yeah.
wants to be back there, and she thinks that that's where she contributes the most to it.
Okay. People would like it, especially if you wore a hood.
Oh yeah, if you want to like the Tales from the Loop game that is in Club PA, that's one of my favorite things I've ever done, and I've been doing stuff.
You're making things for a while.
Yeah, that quadrilogy is
Didn't catch me off guard. I got you.
you can't you know it too much now. You're too close.
Yeah.
But no. She's in there.
Shit.
It's me, Kiko, Patrick, Alyssa, Laura, and Dora. And of course, you see Dora again as Amanda Palmer or Amanda Booker.
I was like, yes, Amanda Booker is correct.
Different
Amanda
one.
Palmer is different.
Amanda Booker in Das Vampire.
All right, we're gonna complete Tower on the Lake and see what variants unlocked. Only because I'm just trying to get to the Sunless Citadel. I don't think I'm gonna make it today. So we're just kind of jamming through and hanging out.
It's true. Yeah, Coltel for sure. That is absolutely the case. That what we think of as podcasts, I mean, we might have a different delivery medium, but the fundamental art form is, thousands of years old.
All right, there we go. Now I got a new area. Let's blast off into the Seeds of Deceit.
No, Moo, your Amanda Booker art I thought was very solid.
Very, very good. The black choker was a nice touch.
But Moo just gets Amanda.
Yeah, for sure.
Like how Amanda is all there in this one frame. Yeah.
I also like that Tom. It's a very cute Tom.
Yeah. But Fangy for sure. I actually have the Things from the Flood book. And so it's my intention to carry forward that campaign in the new setting with the older kids.
I really boned it by not saving that formation.
Oh, you have to
I could have avoided this whole situation.
Yeah,
There
all
we
the
go.
Creachoids.
I sort of remember where everyone was. As soon as I start moving people around, I'm gonna have to upgrade.
Yeah. Now, Bushi,
Man Unplug's gonna be so good.
I am so excited. Are you down for the occasional wargame? Well, you have your own people there.
Me? Oh yeah, I got some people.
You actually, I forgot. You have your own crew out at Unplugged.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not me. It's not,
I think we have less. We have significantly less this time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, at any time, if you are ready to learn wargaming,
Okay.
I am ready to teach.
I haven't liked wargaming in the past. And I think-
Which ones
I
have
think
you played?
know that. Warhammer and 40K. And I tried not Hordes, but War Machine. I didn't like either.
I think Crossmaster is a wargame.
I did play Crossmaster, but I didn't think the game was great as much as I enjoyed everything else besides the game.
Interesting. I would like to test the theory that you don't like wargames.
That's fine. I would like to enjoy them.
Oh, Bushi's the one from Twitter who's running this apparently 53 deep Netrunner tournament.
Oh, yes.
The game is it's dead, right?
It's not dead. I know people that play in tournaments. My friend Chris went to San Francisco to go to Worlds this year, or whatever the big championship was, for a game that is no longer supported, and it's just fan-supported people making their own cards. Not their own cards, like, community has been like, we accept that these cards are now fine, but you have to print them off.
Oh my gosh,
That's
dude.
cool as shit, right?
Of course it is.
It's gonna keep going until they reboot it, please. It's undead. Yes, that's probably the way to go. See you, Breck.
Exactly.
And Tolan.
Oh yeah, Night Tolan for sure.
I will drop by and check out how that's going, because that sounds great. I love Netrunner so much.
That sounds like a real treat. Now, Sabushi, what am I looking forward to? So, this show, Unplugged, I'm bringing Wargames with me. So, we are still...
Some Sentry Chest while you talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Sentient Gem. Oh,
Are there?
it's that versatile tabard.
Tabard upgrade.
It's that blue.
I'm just trying to see. Okay, got that belt. Got that Echo.
Echo, blue.
I think I have a purple for that slot. Contracts. Hell yeah, we're upgrading a lot to blues now.
Yeah,
which is
get those
great.
vines. Oh,
You know I love them vines.
woo.
Got the unflinching axe, but we have a legendary there, so not gonna do much. We'll do one more of those.
So I am bringing Kill Team.
KT, which might be the only version I would like.
Yeah, what I would start you with would not be Kill Team, but Relic Blade.
Love Meso.
Love Meso Mike. So obviously Gene Stealer Colts, Thousand Suns, Admech, and Tau. That's going to be the mix. Bringing the arena board setup, so that's 4 distinct boards the terrain that's required for those boards. So Arena is a very compact game to travel with.
Yeah.
Also bringing Relic Blade for use on most of the same type of terrain as regular war games. But factions are, going to be 4 to 5 models max,
Yeah.
right? So it's even
I appreciate that.
It's even smaller.
Yeah.
It's much more like a board game because of that.
Yeah. My
yeah.
main problem, my main disconnect is it all feels a little hinky, and then you roll a bunch of die, and then you might not even do the cool shit you were trying to do. Whereas I like that in card games, you can do whatever the cool thing on the card says, if you can play the card.
If you have the card.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the randomness is within the drawing of the cool shit, but there's so much cool potential.
Yeah, and the
that
game is
up
about
to the dice.
and it's about controlling. I mean, card games or CCGs,
Yeah.
deck builders are about controlling randomness,
Yes,
whereas this has it inherent.
yes, and I
It's
think
just
that's what
built
I don't
in.
love. Just
Yeah.
because while playing those games, I would consider a very cool thing that I could do, set up for it, and then tank the first roll, and then I don't even get to try to do anything else there.
Yeah.
And that was frustrating to me, because I like to feel cool when I play games. I like to make cool decisions.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to fail.
And I don't want to fail, and it's cool if you get to risk it, and that's part of it, but that part didn't appeal to me personally.
It all makes sense. Moo is saying Isla and Calliope. And then Jim and Shandy.
Oh, so Jim and Shandy does get him out of Bruner's column, but apparently that. Oh wait, I don't think that actually changed.
Not yet.
I think
It's coming.
I got interrupted there. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can't get rid of out of Bruner's column. Wait. Oh, Isla and Calliope. My bad. Also a no-go.
Plum?
Jim and then Shandy. Hold on, Shandy does better with people with high decks next to her. Okay, so is that worth it? Let's give it a check. So we'll do this. Nah, overall number is still a little higher the other way around. Shandy would be in the middle. She's surrounded more, so that works better. And then I can
you're up.
swap, get Kobold closer to Jim. I think if I bring him down. Doesn't matter. All right.
Yeah, you're up.
Extended warranty.
Well, but anyway, the last bit, Boosh, is that this Unplugged, I'm going to get into another war game called Dust 1947. So the thing about war games is you can only be into so many because of the crafting required. And then building and maintaining armies. Like, you can't seriously play a lot. It'd be like trying to play multiple MMOs at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not really possible.
You don't have the capacity, I guess. The
Exactly.
Time.
But Dust is very board gamey in that the actual map, the terrain for Dust is a massive gridded neoprene map,
I'm in a neoprene.
right?
Tell you
And
that
so
much.
it's because it's gridded, the way your movements and things like that are very sort of guided and directed.
Mm-hmm.
The game is much more explicit as a result.
Yeah, and I like
for
that.
a war game.
I like that more than measuring, I guess.
Yeah, and I was surprised too because I was talking to the hardcore at Unplugged last year.
Yeah.
Because I was this close
like
to fucking
the
going
hardcore.
nuts.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Or do you think you can hold yourself back this year? Or do you think you just?
I can't. I can't. I've already decided to fail before I go.
That's good.
And so
So you bring in an extra piece of luggage.
exactly.
Okay.
And so there's a set of rules where you can use the same figures for Dust, but use them on regular wargame terrain.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the hardcores, and I was like, I'm just really glad that they offer that traditional wargame experience. I think that's how I would play it. And they were like, you say that now, but they're like, we are basically like, we run the tournaments. We're like the pillars of this community. We all prefer the grid. Because they're like, we would rather play 3 games
Yeah.
than play 1 game.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And ultimately,
That makes a lot of sense.
ultimately, Dust. There's things about Dust, like the explicit terrain and things like that, that make it less fiddly. The other thing is that they offer pre-painted models. which
That's nice.
which I find very interesting. I can't paint a whole other set of models, but I might be able to get a small force together of their premium line.
Yeah.
And play with Kiko and Alex, right?
I wouldn't have purchased Crossmaster if it didn't come with like fully
They're done already.
done vinyl figures. We got a Zork shout out in chat, and I never Zorked.
Nay?
Nay.
No Zork, no 8-track.
Oh man.
God!
Sorry. Played a lot of Commander Keen. Does that count?
But on DOS?
Yeah.
I had to change my auto exec bat. Does that make me cool?
I've been doing DOS shit. I got you. Love Commander Keen. Shouts
See,
out.
you're keen, folks.
Yeah. Original Duke Nukem. Gotta get your keys.
Oh yeah.
I liked a lot of Mars. Good DOS game. Mars, a good DOS game. Damn.
Mars.
Yeah. I think it was called Mars. At least I called it Mars as a kid. Maybe it wasn't.
What did you play it? What is it like?
Puzzly. Side scroller view, and usually it'd be like entry, exit, and you have to get to the exit somehow. And they're like locked doors and stuff. I think
Sensual.
I might be confusing it with, is there a different game called Pyramid? Nah. Too many. That's old. I haven't jumped back there.
Gotta get that high mem sis. Oh boy.
Huh.
All right, hold on, Buland. You're writing a mud as a hobby. Is that true?
That sounds like a Beelan thing.
It does. God, I bet it's really good. I mean, I bet that it is solid.
I'm sure. I love that Bueland's hobbies are complexity, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, it's just complexity, and he loves complexity. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
And that's what I like about games in general.
Yeah.
Like what I like about my entire weekend at Unplugged is basically sitting down and playing demos.
Well, good
I just want to
systems.
absorb
Yeah.
and see these. I just want to see and understand these models.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No, I think learning systems in board games is crucial to. I think if you work in games, you should be playing as many games as you can just to see the systems, not to necessarily pick and choose what you think would work best with your games, but just to see what's happening out there.
You have to understand the state of the art for
Yeah.
sure. You have to do that in order to be literate
Yeah,
in the form.
it's true. Then you can use big words. And yes, I can't remember who said it in chat, but the controller down means we're gonna set the formation as is for a little bit. However,
Yeah.
if anybody has any suggestions, I'm happy to swap it around. Unfortunately, we're just mostly slamming through to Area 200 to get some more storylines.
Now,
Do you need testers? Ooh.
yeah. So, Zaga, is there anything cool about your mud? Is there anything about the way that you're approaching the mud that you think is especially interesting?
Shaman speed, column behind deeps. So does that mean a spurt swap makes the most sense? Here, temporary. All right, I'll take it. What is Shandy's outgoing effect that is helping that? Buffs within 2 slots of her based on dex. Okay.
That is interesting, Buland.
The admins get actual graphical maps they can manipulate.
Oh, so they manipulate all the places that the mud travelers go to, but their tools don't need to look like that.
It's true.
That was all I ever did in MUDs. Like I never, as soon as I was on any server where you could make your own little areas and define them and define how people got into and out of them, like that's all I did. It's like that in anything. As soon as I get access to the tools, I just want to make stuff, and I'll play a game long enough to get access to the tools.
Did you find yourself inhibited or enticed by like Minecraft in that sense? So where it's like you can create, but it's like
I can't get into it.
you're not running. Like no one's gonna check out your story, your world, right?
Minecraft has never been for me. It's like, it's hard, it's impossible not to respect it.
Yeah.
But I never played it seriously for any length of time. It was something that I did that like with my son,
Really
essentially.
quick, these are called needle blights, not twig blights. Needle blight,
Lots of different blights here.
lots of blights. It's blight night. Blights get 2 free drinks.
Ooh,
Whoa.
that's a whole lot.
That's a big old tree.
It's a lot of plant.
Chop this tree down.
This tree's fucked. Fuck you, tree. Yes, these ladies' blight.
Ladies blight.
And the feeling's right. Yeah, please do show it off on stream sometime. Every item and creature is generated based on loose designs. Yeah, I get that. But are actually unique. That is very cool.
I might have to talk to Josh about getting the PC build stream live because all my pieces should be here
Oh, you got that interest?
beginning to end of next week.
That's very exciting.
And that's pretty good, right?
And we'll be gone, right?
Oh, we'll be gone. Ah, shit, we leave. Fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot that we
And you
leave
come
the
back
country.
in that tiny window.
Why did I buy a PC to build? I can't even, I just have to think about it now for weeks. Big yuck.
Yeah, Coldfell's,
Oh, no.
Coldfell's Warden, I actually put, I have that AR Minecraft on the phone. There has been some of the tech,
What?
some of the tech is really, really
What?
interesting.
Are you gonna get,
The AR stuff.
are you thinking about getting that new Rift?
Oh,
Do you have one?
Which one?
Index?
Oh, so not the Rift, the Valve Index.
Yeah, apologies.
What's interesting about the Valve Index, the main thing for me is the controller.
They look good, right? The whole letting go is pretty big.
That's the key,
like
right?
a pickup.
It's like that is as close to like the basic Vive controller is what it needed to be at that time.
Totally.
The Oculus controller is the touch is amazing,
Okay,
at least in my
I haven't
opinion.
used the
It
Oculus controller.
is a substantial upgrade, and I wonder if that sort of
Ready, yes.
flexible strap on the Index controller, like I wonder if that's going to represent something else because it has that belly essentially that is touch sensitive on the bottom.
Yeah.
So every finger is mapped.
Yeah, I was watching.
In the
you
space.
do this, right?
Yeah.
And it will show you. And then Alex looks very cool, obviously,
Oh, for sure.
but we know this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
I hope it's a fantastic full experience for sure. But the video I saw was very cool, and now that I have a machine that can run it, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Probably won't
I'm trying to get an
hop
interview.
in, but oof,
I'm trying to get an interview.
with Gabe.
Well, I can't say just because I don't think it's the person I would want to talk to.
I made that up, by the way. That's not real.
We could try.
It could try, but probably not.
You mean you photographed?
I did photograph.
And no one had seen him for a long time?
Yeah, I did Good Guy Gabe. If you're familiar with that meme, that's my photograph. They never asked for the full res, so it's still very
Right.
artifacty. But go on.
But yeah, Dread Mighty, those are all familiars up front, clicking like mad and getting crazy.
Crazy.
No, I did not see a pitch for a VR Minecraft Skyblock thing. Tell me more.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
it's him.
understanding the artifact not joke that I thought about afterwards.
Hello, David Effects.
David Effects. Hello.
Godspeed.
Yeah, if you look at the corner of the Good Guy Gabe, you'll see the PA report bug.
Par.
Par. I had that par folder on my desktop for
So
quite some
good.
time.
So good.
I'm very upset about that shot because I light tested on Levin,
oh,
who is not fair
is it
skinned.
messed up?
And Gabe is a very fair skinned man who reflected a lot of light, so it's pretty overexposed.
Oh, the shot's actually
yeah,
like...
I'm grumpy about it.
and that's
'cause
like your shot?
That's my shot, I know.
Oh,
It's cool. It could have been a lot better. I blew it. I was so stressed, man. Just knowing, like,
Can you
Gabe's gonna be
imagine?
here in 5 minutes, and I was like, oh shit.
you're like Gaben?
God, yeah. That was one of the most stressful photo shoots just because of I cared the most about the person. Like most of the
Lots
bands
of
I
us
shot
do.
are like small enough to where it's like, all right, I could have played shows with these guys. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
The live shows are different, but man, I don't know. always made me so nervous.
Bieland, what's Skyblock?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I've played the VR I've played Oculus Minecraft VR, like the official stuff. It's pretty wild.
Floating in space. So it is a pure God sim from, like, I can't even say from the ground up, but I guess means from the ground up.
So it must be a mod, okay.
Make ground.
Oh, a challenge mode. Oh,
Ray
yeah.
tracing and-
RTX Minecraft. Oof. Yeah, I watched the Digital Foundry. The Digital Foundry bit for the ray traced Minecraft was just mind blowing.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's fucking dumb.
I haven't looked into ray tracing. I've only heard people talk about it.
Well,
And it's possible that I've like noticed it being active, not on any of my machines, but like at that LAN party, of course, someone was running it. But I tried not to pay attention to quality graphics just because I want to go into control and turn it on and turn it off and kind of be like, oh. And I totally understand it as a concept. I just want to see how it actually looks. And I'm very excited for that.
well, yeah, and
that's one of the most exciting parts about that card.
so the best people to go to, at least in my opinion, is still Digital Foundry, because they're the ones that really take a game apart
Yeah.
on the technical side, and they have a particular focus, at least these days, on ray tracing and what it means for stuff. So they did for Metro.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge thing about what ray tracing means in that particular game.
Yeah.
And
The game's very dark, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is very dark until you see it in this mod, and then it's very dark in the places that it should be dark.
Yeah. It's a HDR scenario.
Exactly, but a lot of that is because they can't do the light properly. But
Yeah.
if the engine is just handling it, there's parts of it that just don't look the same. Like sometimes ray traced light effects can be really, really subtle, and you just sort of know that they're right. Like that's one of the weird things about seeing ray traced light is that
Well, it itself is organic.
Exactly.
It's not faking anything. It's
No.
like this is how light would
exactly
affect all of these objects. right?
Exactly. So it's in the same way that like really great audio design sort of folds into the background. All you basically realize is that like your mind can just rest.
Yeah.
Like we know when stuff's being faked, right?
Yeah, totally. That's something I do when I'm doing a Photoshop. I am matching light sources because if I do, then your brain's like, that makes sense. But
just
if you
get-
ever drop in something that was clearly lit a different way, it's
Yeah.
so bad. And
And you know right away.
It's like, ugh.
But
And
it's
as
like-
soon as you add like a background that has like a little like maybe light up here because they're being lit from this side, your brain's like, this is natural.
See,
normal.
I never even considered that. Okay, so that all makes sense then.
Yeah, it's all
Right.
it's all light. Light is what makes things look real or not real.
Lady K, what a pleasure.
We're just getting deep in the dirt about some very specific nerd shit.
Yeah, we're getting way, way in there.
It's like a podcast.
It is. It is like a podcast. That crazed overlord lasted about
Not crazy.
a fraction
Not
of a
crazy enough.
second.
You're gonna have to be a lot more crazed to fight this formation right now.
Never gonna survive.
I get it. I get the seal
I
reference.
knew that you'd be there for me.
You know what? No, I don't really want to talk about that. It's embarrassing. We're gonna talk about it.
Later,
No, we can talk about it now.
hit it.
We've talked about the band Mushroomhead before, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. The only reason I heard that song at all was because Mushroomhead covered it as a bonus track. And then I was like, I really love this song, Crazy. And I know it's a cover because it doesn't sound like they would
Do it.
normally sound. But then I heard the real version. And I'm pretty ashamed to say that because they're a band that lived in Ohio, or is from Ohio. So that's my
Hometown.
yeah, not even hometown, but like they're a band that existed in Ohio, and I had access to them. So that's
Yeah.
where let's do it. There's a private listening tab scenario.
Ohio.
Which was
yeah.
yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday was all of that.
Ohio is more like the server you're on.
Yeah, it's like
You know what I mean?
Calthazad.
Yeah. Exactly. It's Dark Iron, basically. Is Ohio still PvP?
yeah, Ohio started PvP locked in. It never. You can't do the variant.
Yeah, it's like you want to get into a guild fast.
Yeah, it's very true. Oh shit. That's a wall of text about NVIDIA shit.
Let's see. Listen, we all have bans. Wait a minute. What do you mean private session? Are you saying that Spotify has an incognito window?
Yeah, and I use it often because I know you look at everything I listen to.
Yeah.
No, I'm not necessarily hiding it for you. I'm hiding it for if my data is ever exposed. And I don't know why I'm very picky about it, but like when Gavin and I want to listen to some like 8th grade, 9th grade.
You want to listen to some Jars of Clay?
Yeah. No.
You know.
Gotta go to the private sesh just because I don't want. Well, it also will hide that from your recommendations, right? Like I don't want Korn's latest singles being recommended to me. But if I want to listen to Follow the Leader, because it holds memory to it, I definitely will.
Oh man.
Yesterday.
Okay, so you're saying that when I go over and I look at the Dabe section in Spotify, every time I click on it,
yeah,
I hear some new hardcore stuff.
Sure.
You're saying that I'm not really seeing the full range.
There is peaks and valleys that you likely don't get exposed to, which is better for you because it's helping me cater what you should listen to. These are tracks from me.
Yeah, well, and Bieland is correct. The idea that once that shit gets into your algorithm,
yeah,
and now it's like
yeah,
more filth.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you look up butt stuff on Amazon, like your recommendations are gone for a year at least.
Yeah.
A lot of 311 in there.
That was too real. But
which part of the butt stuff thing? I'm sorry.
No, it's just like other things you might like. When it's it's like you're looking down there and it's like, well, I don't know about some of this stuff. Maybe 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Of these.
It's a wide.
I don't want all these.
Net. I asked for music once and put on Greek Party Anthems '97. Wow. Oh yeah. If you click on a YouTube link and you're logged in, it's definitely a scary bit to see what you're gonna get recommended on that homepage.
Well, yeah, but this is what's up, right? It's just for me, it's all Elliot stuff.
Oh yeah, see, your entire everything.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah, you don't even have like a truly like.
No.
What's it called when it's selected?
I don't
for
have
you?
a profile.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm
all.
just signed in to my computer.
Your Steam recommendations probably fucked.
Yeah. I'm just signed in.
I see him playing games on your shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like Jerry would never play that.
Yeah. He's not ranching any slimes.
Not at all. But it'll be up for 8 hours and like get in it.
My mother did not appreciate the playlist I listened to called Horny with dark and religious overtones.
Oh my God. That is a very good playlist.
Yes, private session. Good call there.
Share me on that one. I just want to know. It's a curiosity.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just purely for
just drop that one in chat.
For historical knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Share that playlist. We'll feature it on the homepage.
Yeah, let's put that right in a post.
Headphones.
Florence and the Machine is definitely horny with dark and religious overtones. That's the genre, for sure.
Well, like a Stevie Nicks, like a parallel?
Yeah, exactly. Cyber Stevie, essentially.
Okay.
Like an industrial
like if Stevie Nicks vaped.
Well, no, it's like if Stevie Nicks were made from an alloy.
Oh yeah.
And was being
like the T2000.
Yeah, exactly. Not a polymimetic alloy.
Okay.
Just a metal.
Thank you for
and then
filling in those words.
Don't fuck with these. And so I'm just saying.
I won't even eye contact right now.
And if Stevie Nicks was being fed through, and then an impact hammer were reshaping her into a modern musician, that's a genre, independent of the other genres.
Yeah. That was a lot. I'm glad we went there, though.
We had, Baka, it's best just to get it out.
You don't want to keep it in. Otherwise, it turns into sin. Get the sins out while they're small.
Exactly right. Just eject them. Speaking of sin, are you tapped into this Mandalorian shit?
I haven't tapped in yet. I've tried, but
Do you need that?
well,
do you need that sign in?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm down for
I'm licking boots.
I'm down for the D+ and bust, you know.
Yeah.
But we haven't quite opened it. Thank you for that one. I've told many people.
Speaking of horny,
Yeah, do you wanna? You go. You got it. You got this.
I think they get it. They know what's up.
Okay.
Oh, so Moose kicked out that sensual phalanx.
Okay. I can't wait for that one. Check that one up on the Twitter. Yeah, no, we haven't Mandalorianized yet. I hear great things. I've seen so many baby Yodas on the internet.
Yeah, Ryan's going hard. That's a genre for Ryan.
Oh, it's not even through him, it's other people, which means I don't even need to check Ryan's Twitter for a bit. But anyway, my partner is deep in the Grey's Anatomy zone, and it's hard to break because there's infinite content, you know?
Is this still going?
There's 16 seasons and it's still active now, and we're in season 7 or something, and I'm always like, so Mandalorian just came out on Disney Plus, we could give that a try. Hasn't worked yet. I hope to tip the ship over and start over the Mandalorian, then we can go back into the Seattle Grace Hospital.
That's a lot. Well, I mean, right now it's like we got into Terrace House. I mean, I think there's an unlimited.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I think there's unlimited Terrace House.
Yeah.
And so it's like we're so into Terrace House that I actually have like a VPN so that I can access the new episodes in Japan.
Okay. That's
before they
deep.
become available
That's
here.
very deep. Damn. I would like to watch that content too.
Yeah,
There's just
so
a lot of content. There's a
yeah,
lot.
so Coldfell's Word. Imagine that Stevie Nicks is like the Sudafed that they make the Florence and the Machine meth
Linus Cube, shout out.
from. Yeah, he rolls in on the side.
Yeah, he rolled in and he died, but it's a good cube. Someone on Twitter said he's a Mandalorian with a Plandalorian. Okay, I do like it.
Yeah, so it's Terrace House is definitely a reality show with a couple unique twists.
You mean no twists?
Twists. Well, the first twist is that there are a bunch of hosts that watch the show along with you, and so they interrupt the show 3 times an episode.
Well, that's a genre in Japan of channels.
Yes.
Are just like, let's watch the host react to this.
Mm-hmm.
Japan invented React videos.
Yeah, it's
way
part of the
before
show.
YouTube.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's funny because it's sort of like people are seeing what you're seeing, or they're also looking at things in a different way than you are, and that's high value. But in addition to that, there's just some really novel cultural distinctions between, you know, how we operate our reality programs and how they operate this one.
Yeah. I would compare it to an Ameritrash versus Eurogame, right? I think that's a 1-to-1.
It's almost perfect. That's literally genius. Yeah, Jersey Shore.
Yeah. Ameritrash.
Yeah.
Terrace House. Eurogame. Everyone's playing their own little situation over here. You don't have to be a dick. Always.
Have you played Container?
No. What is this?
Are you familiar with it?
No. What is this?
Container is, I think, the smartest board game I have ever played.
Have you played that warehouse game? What's it called?
Oh, the
Someone in
digital,
chat?
the video game one.
The video game where you have a warehouse and you just have to organize boxes of icons. I've downloaded it and I'm preparing it for the Philly flight.
Oh, what do you have it downloaded on?
Switch. Wilmot's warehouse.
Yeah. What do you have it downloaded on?
Switch?
It's on Switch?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Of course it is.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck are you gonna play that on?
Oh yeah. Didn't shut up and sit down and do a review on Container. Is that true?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I would watch that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
They make good content.
It's the best. Yep, Container, shut up and sit down review. I mean, it is. I just want to find a picture of it, just so that you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's shipping containers.
The game is about shipping.
Oh, okay. Oh no. If it's efficiency based, then I'm gonna have to get that one. I'm gonna play that one in Philly. I'll have the option in Philly.
It is highly efficiency based.
Is it really a week from Thursday that we're gonna be?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll see y'all soon in Philly.
Spidey, I was fucking bewitched. Instantly bewitched. Like, I wanted to play a second time immediately after finishing the first round. I couldn't believe it. It's so smart. I love games. I like Euro games in general, but I really love games where it's actually not possible to succeed without getting somebody else at least a little on board. So games like Catan, where the basic rules of Catan are quite simple, and then negotiating with other people for things that they don't want you to have is very, very sophisticated. And that's not even in the rules.
Yeah.
That's just, that part of the game is just humanity.
It's open for interpretation.
Right? And so Container is there's a lot of aspects in there. Another game that does stuff like that is Magnum Sal. That salt mining game.
Okay.
Right?
I'm trying to think of games that I learned and immediately, instead of being like, I need to play this more to get it, the one that just, I was truly fascinated, I think Azul got me.
From the first game.
Yeah.
Azul just got its grips.
Yeah. And honestly, that new Herbaceous, I keep thinking about it.
Sprouts?
Yeah, and I only played it once.
I think it's special.
I think about it all the time.
No, I have not played Wingspan yet, but I've heard it's killer. I've heard it is so good. And I love a bird.
You do love birds.
I didn't really understand it, but it's like anytime I see a bird, I get really excited.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I know that about you.
You know what I mean? It's like, but too excited.
Yeah.
And so I just had to sort of accept that I'm maybe more obsessed with birds than other people. So obviously I want to play this game.
Well, who thinks birds are weird? Is it Mike?
That's Mike.
Okay. Because you're down.
Oh, I need those birds and bird facts.
What
What I've noticed is, long necks, deep holes. What I've seen
long neck.
But by Ryan's office, have you noticed how crows gather?
Okay. This is more than just Ryan's office, and I know the culprit.
Is it Fizel?
It's Fizel. Fizel feeds these crows daily.
Is that what's going
so
on?
Now, if you are parked anywhere close to Kiko's car, you probably have crows on your shit, and they are waiting for you to come out.
Okay, because
they're waiting for Fizel, but they'll look at you for a while.
Yeah.
They won't fly away.
Because I come in. Yeah, this is the thing. These are tame ass.
Gav has a video of him in his car and the bird landing on the roof and just like looking around. He's like, "What's happening?"
Well, this is what I understand about these fucking birds.
These crows.
These crows. So I'm seeing that these crows are rolling in, and
telling their friends too.
At a certain, oh yeah, you know they are at school.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, I was like, did we hire a crow? Like, I couldn't believe how just completely like, don't give a fuck this crow was. It's like no problem.
Yeah, they trust us.
But it's like the crow is like, the beak is just halfway open, just like looking around, and it's just like, this is a relaxed ass crow.
You could probably just hand things to that crow. Maybe you should try it.
Yeah.
But they'll remember you forever.
You should see it, like if they need seasonal help in the fulfillment center.
I know they do.
Crows.
It's about time.
Crows.
It's about that season. Get those crows. I'm not frightened by the birds, but they are always watching, and there's something to it every time I'm getting out of my car that I need to tell them, I'm sorry, I don't have any food for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you feel compelled to speak to the birds?
I do every time.
I feel it though.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make some good content if you go out there trying to feed the birds, and I'd film it.
No, it's actually, it's legit. And Baka, that is completely something that I am aware of. They'll tell other crows about people.
Yeah.
And then when they see, like, I think it's viral by now, but the video of the person who wore the mask, they like wore a face mask, and then they were mean to crows. And then somebody else comes out with the mask, and like crows have told other crows that this person is an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a murder. There's a full murder. But yeah, it's definitely Vizel and Kiko. I've watched Kiko do it too, but it's just because at this point they've realized they've created a family. That only exists here. That's a good, terrible crow. That reminds me of Earthworm Jim Crow a little bit.
Oh yeah, they'll swoop on you for sure. You gotta whip them with your head.
Yep. Weird game.
Cats do too. Oh, is that what they're doing with their
When they're rubbing
with
on
their
you?
cheeks?
They're getting up on
Cold
you.
tails?
I think that makes sense, right? That's how the
Yeah.
you can't
That,
cats
right up front,
But they,
right on the leg.
They attach to scent versus visual, right? So it's like if I took my cat to get groomed back when Boo needed to get groomed, my other cat would hiss at him for 2 days because I think the smell of the zone that he was in is different. Because I don't think it was visual. They have scent glands on their heads and legs. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely do kind of freak on you.
Yeah. And scent. They do this head tail rubbing thing. Exactly. I think that's the correct way of putting it.
Yes, and then they try to get stepped on in my kitchen. If you're ever making anything, you probably will step on a cattail.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's always mean a day for a few days post groomers. It must be scent, right? They must just pick up too much other cat scent at the groomers.
Yeah. It just has to be out. It just has to be out of the ordinary, right? It just has to be unexpected. Yeah. So between Shandy and Sentry.
The only thing
no,
that makes us
and-
faster is
and
if,
the
we dropped,
kobold.
if we dropped in Deacon, who we don't have in.
This is the other one.
Yes, the other kobold. Yes, if we drop Deacon in theory, the enemies would spawn faster.
So between those three.
Yeah, so you know what? We're almost at 200 anyway.
No,
so
we're good.
We're fine. We'll be at 200.
This is happening.
Then we'll see if we can finally get any of these new variants, which we probably won't get. I think they were pretty deep down there.
You gotta believe.
That's what I've learned by my dog friend wearing the red hat.
A rapper.
Parappa. It's a soft A. I just really love that game.
Did you ever play Jammer Lemmy?
Oh yeah. I need you to understand that rhythm games are my favorite genre.
Why aren't we playing them on here?
I have Samba de Amigo, motherfucker, in my office, and I've had it since our studio's out there.
I have never had a chance to play Samba de Amigo.
Ship it here, which was not cheap, to stream. So it's gonna happen.
So what are your favorite entries in the genre?
In
Now I'm engaged.
In rhythm game genre across the board,
Please.
I definitely
The ones that really stood out to you. For example, Donkey
let's go.
Konga.
a good one.
It's an important product.
When you realize that you don't have to clap, that you can just shout an expletive. That's a good upgrade.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
And it's so inexpensive.
It's yeah. You don't even have to do a mod. You don't have to solder for that one.
Oh yeah, Beat Saber. I think Beat Saber is pretty good on the rhythm side.
Beat Saber is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that is our current modern best rhythm game. I spent a lot of time playing GDR, and
Oh, were you a part of a crew in Ohio?
yeah.
Did you hold on to the thing and
We never held the thing. Are you kidding me?
did you ever hold on to the thing and
Atheists.
then and then run up the screen?
No,
And
never
then
did.
never happened?
Never did that. Never did any cool tricks. Although I had a friend in California who did. He was a trick kind of player.
Oh, yeah?
And I'd watch his videos to kind of understand some of his moves. So I got a few that I still can do. But yeah, hands off the bars.
Oh yeah, Parappa the Rapper is
Prep the
beast
Rapper
mode
was
for sure.
what got me into the genre.
Yeah.
And then Jammer, wonderful. I'm trying to think what after I
Wholesome.
can kind of go in order from Parappa. So it's like Parappa, Jammer, and then Bust a Groove.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
remember
sure.
that one?
Did you like Para
Which was weird.
Paradise?
I played it in the arcade like twice, and yeah, you know what? It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't like love it. And I
It's
wouldn't
not
like
bad,
go for it, but it was cool
but-
to like do the.
But it's like that's here, and then
Yeah.
like Guitar Freaks
Yeah.
is over here, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna play
yeah.
Para. I'm
No,
gonna
I
do
love
this over
Guitar
here.
Freaks. I imported Guitar Freaks in a guitar for PS1 way before.
Nice, the
Way before-
peripheral.
yeah.
Dude, I remember looking
I
at
have a
that
shitty
shit. I remember
plastic
looking at
guitar
that
for a long
shit
time before
online, and I was
Guitar
just
Hero.
like, "Am I ready? It's
Yeah,
$170."
Red
Yeah,
Octane.
right.
I'll do it for you.
And then they figured out that they could get money from all the people who were importing those guitars by making a U.S. edition.
Yeah, really.
And
they
there's
did that.
Guitar Hero.
Yep, and I'm proud of that. And I'm like
By
glad
Harmonix.
because I wanted to play actual songs, but they're always just like Japanese songs I'd never heard of.
Yeah. Space Channel 5 was killer.
Yeah, Space Channel 5 was good. I actually didn't love it in terms of a rhythm game as much as I thought I would.
Did you play Project Number 3 on Dreamcast?
No.
Or not Dreamcast, on GameCube.
No, I don't know what that is.
It had some sort of rhythm feeling aspects to it. With a more serious, like, sci-fi vibe.
Yeah.
Have you played Spin Rhythm?
That was what you showed me, right? No, I'm buying it with the new PC, for sure. And you can attach that to your Spotify. Is that true?
I haven't seen that yet. I mean, they may want to do something programmatic, or something algorithmic later, but
there's been a few, yeah.
That will let you do that for sure.
Yeah. Maybe it was like the bullet hell game that just could play to your Spotify library. I don't recall. So I definitely was a DDR pad guy. I had third mix for Dreamcast.
Did you do some custom shit?
Imported third mix for Dreamcast and mounted it to a wood board.
There you go, nice.
And then once the Red Octane pads that had the foam in them came out, got those, which didn't move around very much. Because that was always the problem, is you'd be playing and then just slide from underneath you.
Don't.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you fix the slide problem.
Samba de Amigo, I love that game. And it has a bunch of very cool things that I think would stream well just because you look embarrassing most of the time. I mean, most rhythm games you do, but there's a particular, like, occasionally you have to hit a pose and you have to make sure that you're holding it for like a second, and that's a pretty good time.
Did you ever play Elite Beat Agents?
Yes, that one as a game might be the most impressive rhythm game from like everything that's happening and how it all ties in.
Did you, I forget the name of it in Japanese, but that's the US version of a Japanese game.
I didn't play the Japanese version.
So the Japanese version is exactly the same style of game.
Yeah.
Same cartoon, comic type, manga vibe, with different endings and branching paths and things like that, except way more Japanese. Instead of being the Elite Beat Agents, they're like a cheer squad that like rolls in and helps you out.
I had to like kind of refigure out the narrative on how United States audience would accept it, because you can't just go with Japan.
So they had to lean in like way farther, right? So now these are agents that come from the government. Did you ever play Elite Beat Agents in multiplayer?
No, never.
Did you know that it had multiplayer?
No, I didn't. Not at all.
Multiplayer has completely different levels, completely different art, and who is winning and losing is all reflected in the art and the story.
God damn it. That sounds cool. Is that DS only?
Yeah.
Are there devices yet to capture and display?
I still have
because damn, that'd be so cool
to bring it home.
We both could just
you could
right here.
They had it. It was special hardware that gave you those outputs. I mean, I think that was all development shit. They could do the output.
That's very exciting to me. Type of cheerleader in Japanese media pop culture. So yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Zaga's right. You do need a mod to pull those ports out.
Well, it'd be very cool to display that.
But yeah, there's a bunch of really cool multiplayer experiences on the DS that just weren't well publicized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like
low-key, the multiplayer experience that I played the most of on the DS, and this is a game that had like Mario Kart with internet play and voice.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean?
That was like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Happening here?
Nintendo's doing it?
Right? No, it was Metroid Pinball multiplayer.
All right, I didn't play Metroid Pinball. 10
players.
What the?
Off one cartridge.
Oh, shit.
Remember,
so
DS was doing all that local gameplay?
Ah, man.
10 players, one cart, competitive pinball.
Yeah.
We used to use Metroid Pinball to resolve interpersonal disputes.
It's like an Armageddon situation.
Exactly.
Damn, man. You got me excited.
I still think Armageddon.
I just think
for Omegathon for sure.
Oh man.
Like we got to get it in
I
there.
want it to happen one day. Yeah, I feel like mobile games that were multiplayer have always had problems until Switch.
Yeah, Switch has enough meat.
Yeah, enough meat to where it's like Crystal Chronicles was very big for me, but only big for me and like 17 other people in the world, I think.
Right. So that's why it's really cool that it's going to drop on Switch.
Yeah, it's going to be. I want to see how.
Well, the truth is that that's going to be the first time a lot of people have a chance to really play it correctly.
I agree.
Right.
I love that game. I love thinking about it.
I'm so glad. Yeah, Mike and I, we were obsessed with it. We used to go to a place and rent a big screen, like rent a large television, like it was a pod, There's like a land center type thing.
Yeah.
And we would go down there. This is actually over in Bellevue. It was
okay.
like now, so
Close,
the part, the like behind the Maidenbower, just to the north, that used to just be a parking lot, and then there's another area over there that's all been cleared out and claimed by the city now.
Sure.
But we used to rent a TV and like a couch over there, and then plug in because you needed to have all those Game Boy SPs.
4 SPs.
4 cables.
4 cables.
GameCube. Right?
It required the most. It required
dedication.
It required more than.
Building a house.
What am I thinking of? Twin stick game, Xbox, Steel Battalion.
Oh sure.
Like
more hardware.
Yeah, more hardware than Steel Battalion. I mean, also more players.
Now FF Tactics has been by the wayside for a while. The DS had a ton of the DS, and even the 3DS have had a bunch of really great Final Fantasy excursions that only exist there. The other thing about Crystal Chronicles is the fucking music.
I love that game.
All that Irish inflected stuff with the vocals.
Yeah.
As soon as the vocals came in.
Yeah. I just loved how you're just doing your own shit on your menus, casting your spells while you're not interrupting the game at all.
No.
That was
it's
huge.
private, right?
That was effectively, it was local MMO, right?
Exactly.
That's the only way you can think of it.
And then it's like you're rolling through, and then it's like, oh shit, I just got a letter from my dad.
Yeah.
But we didn't understand what any of those were for because we imported it and still played it.
Yeah.
We didn't understand what any of the text was.
Oh, you played it without any text?
No, it was pure import.
God. Props. Because
I'm shocked as hell that we were able to figure out any of the the spell combos.
Yeah, no, the spells specifically. How did you figure that out?
We had to invent physics.
Did you have to invent? Well, you learned how to translate certain characters because you're like, whatever this one is fire.
Yes and no.
And then,
yeah.
God, this combining spells brings that part of Secret of Mana that really got me into it, which was like the spell selection in a party.
Yeah.
But it does pause the game, so the fact that you could combine shit on the fly was very cool.
No, it's true, Baka. We did make comics. We made comics shaming people who didn't have what it took
to put it together. Taught myself basic Japanese on an import copy of Ruby and Sapphire. Damn.
Right, we used to import all kinds of stuff. We actually had we used to do a segment on the site called Land of the Rising Fun. That was pure just us grabbing imports of games that were never coming over, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's such a subset of the stuff that we actually had a chance to check out.
I was about to point out, see how Sentry's
red.
It was yellow and flashing a lot of exclamation points, but now it's just red because
you see the exclamation points?
Yep.
So that means we're up against it now. Now we're working, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
A chest.
Yeah, I do wonder if in the modern age of MMOs, if Crystal Chronicles is as exciting.
I don't know.
Because you couldn't do any of those things before, but now you could.
But I think that games like that'll let 4 of us come together and do that. I mean, in the absence of like a Monster Hunter World or something like that on Switch, like that kind of experience, I think is not actually that broad on the Switch yet.
What was your first import game you've ever purchased? Because I know mine, like truly purchased. Yeah.
Tekken and Jumping Flash.
Also a good game.
Yeah.
I like Jumping Flash a lot.
The Robbit.
Yep. Yeah. I played quite a bit of Tekken.
That was PS1 trick, though, because the PS1 trick made it so easy.
Yep.
As long as you have a toothpick, you can subvert this multi-million-dollar, multinational corporations project.
Yeah.
As long as you have a toothpick pushed in a very specific place.
So the reason I don't solder
anymore?
Because PS1 went bad.
You murdered a PS1?
I did, and then I ended up saving up money to buy a pre-modded white PS, like the little ones.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I had the screen.
Yeah.
I found a third-party screen that was way cheaper, and I took
the PS1 spelled out ONE.
Yeah, that's how I played all of Final Fantasy Tactics, was in my bed with that on my knees. So
hell yeah,
it was a very good time.
With the Vila, all that awesome art and the judges.
So good.
And then they made a whole game Set in Evilus?
Very good
the
game.
fuck are you talking about?
Good game.
It's an embarrassment. of
My
riches.
first import game was actually Jet Set Radio. I remember
Oh.
Dreamcast import.
No, that's
As soon as I saw
that game is very important to Kiko.
Oh, I know, we've talked about it. We've. I think one of our first discussions was a Super Brothers reference. That game, I knew I needed to own it. Like as soon as I saw it, like visually, that was like the cell shading thing went so hard on it, and the music was awesome from what I heard. So I was like, I'm gonna actually import this one, and then like eventually played Jet Grind Radio, but since I'd already beaten Jet Set Radio, wasn't important. And I did not do Future at all. Not that I didn't like it, but I don't know what I was playing. I might have gotten out of games temporarily around when Future came out.
Rambina,
Or I
tell
went
me
to
about
only
Princess.
PC games.
Tell me about Princess Crown.
Okay, what was Princess Crown?
Pulling up a lot of weird stuff here. I'm a Princess Crown video game.
First import was Nights into Dreams. Hell yeah. That Christmas track in Nights into Dreams.
Oh shit, dude, this looks
that sounded
tight.
like Boyz II Men, but I don't think it
Well,
was.
this is from Atlas. Look at this banging shit.
Oh shit. Is it? It's not fighting. Is it a fighting?
Oh, grade reel. Check this out.
Is it?
Rambina, this looks wild as hell.
That art looks very scaled, like close.
Wow. Oh yeah. Nights into Dreams was wild shit. We needed the analog controller,
Yeah, that was like the first analog controller.
right? It was so plump.
It's very plump. I don't only remember the title of this game because of PA. I want to know what game that is.
Was that the comic that we did about the disaster game?
It says 2002. Okay, it was the disaster game where you play as like the. What do you play as?
Guy.
Oh, I thought you played as like an animal or something, like a dog or some shit.
I think that
game?
game is a different game.
Okay, different game.
So cool. Once you beat the game, you can play as some of the characters you met along the way. Well, yeah, it had a super classic. Like that era for side scrollers was so great. Like there's some real high points in that genre. Aliens vs Predator was fucking badass.
You're saying like Super Nintendo?
Well, that whole era from arcade, and then some of them ended up on home systems.
I remember I beat Alien vs Predator only jump kicking the entire time.
You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, I just
done?
remember like renting that game and then beating it in a few hours because of jump kicks. And I was like, that was when I was young enough to not be upset at that, but I was like proud that I did it. So it still worked out.
Also, you save money.
Yeah, for sure. Claw Shrimp is a comic right after that.
Anyway, yeah. Praise be his name.
We should bring back Claw Shrimp.
Bring back that claw shrimp. You know what I mean?
A lot of people have been saying it.
No, it's been funny. Like 20th anniversary, you know, it is what it is. The 21st anniversary, the thread for people's favorite scripts went on for a week.
It's great. I like your retweets of that because they were comics that I like forgot about or hadn't read for a long time.
Oh yeah, I had a really good time traveling through there. And that's true, Funk Police. Castle Crashers definitely evokes that tight era.
That's such a, at this point, it's truly classic sides or beat 'em up, right?
Pure.
Like at the LAN, people were doing it.
They were playing Castle Crashers?
Let's jump into Castle Crashers.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Well, and see, and now it's like it's always gonna look that good.
Yeah, well, it always will look like that.
Right?
Yeah, from here on out. God.
Somehow, precious chat, somehow, we have reached 5 o'clock. Just talking about things that were interesting to us
Nonsense.
for a couple solid hours. Thanks so much for rolling through. So glad to have had you with us. This is the last of the official, anyway.
Yeah. Idle Champs.
Codename Entertainment, Idle Champs streams. Thanks so much for putting up with us, Codename Entertainment. Thanks so much for the chat, for being brilliant, scintillating conversationalists. And we will see you next time the stream is available. See you around.
See you around.